We got safe pathways for kids to walk on and steps to get up, and buildings will hopefully be warm, and we'll get school started again tomorrow.
Coming up, hear from people in Franklin County who are out shoveling today to make sure students made it back to school tomorrow.
Inches of snow begins to melt here in southern Kentucky, causing some serious flooding problems for residents.
Tracking a little bit of light snow out there tonight, and then we get ready for more Arctic cold temperatures. We'll take a closer look and track it hour by hour for you.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Finally, we got a break from the below freezing temperatures and the snow. We even saw a little sunshine, but now we're turning our attention to another drop in the forecast. We begin with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. He is tracking what we can expect overnight.
You know, we made a solid run at 40 degrees today, 37 the high recorded out at Bluegrass Airport today. So we were getting very, very close. But now we'll settle in with some cold during the overnight and maybe even a few flakes of snow. Defender tracking some of that. A lot of it very light in nature, maybe a few flakes. I know the radar looks rather impressive, but some of it not quite reaching the ground for you in many cases tonight. The main action from the next system that's going to be at least close to us is still well off to our south. You see it there across Tennessee, where they have a whole bunch of winter storm warnings and other type advisories that are ongoing through the overnight. But what will likely happen is this energy might start to shift a little bit toward the northeast, and as that happens, we may pick up a few more flakes out in southeastern Kentucky. A better chance of that happening down there for those folks. We're back in the upper 20s right now, and likely getting into low teens, single digits in some cases during the overnight hours. So anything that melted today with temperatures like that, you will see some refreezing, especially on some of those neighborhood roads, side roads. So we run into some issues tomorrow morning with even black ice as a threat. Now, the focus of the forecast, it isn't the black ice threat, it isn't the snow chances. What it is, it's the fact that we're going to be tracking two more Arctic blasts this week alone. More single digits, sub-zero readings are also possible, and I will take a much closer look at it coming up in just a few minutes.
Many people in southern and eastern Kentucky are without water tonight. In Knox County, volunteers with the Red Cross spent the day handing out bottled water to families in need. Jordan Valline spoke to some people who are trying to get by without water. She has our top story.
DeWitt isn't only one of the largest communities here in Knox County, it's also one of the communities most affected by this weekend's flooding, as last week's snow now begins to turn to slush. The melted snow and slush resulted in this.
Side road here is flooded out for probably the first mile of it.
Widespread flooding across the county.
I mean, the bottom of our parking lot this morning was filled full of water.
Even flooding out roads that were passable by car just yesterday.
It's dangerous. Yeah. It is dangerous. Yeah, we've had people get drowned, fall on the side of these roads and drowned in here.
But Dallas Brown faced the flooded roadways.
It's put us in bad shape.
In hopes of bringing back bottled water.
Can't even cook. We run a restaurant up there.
His house and his business.
It did. It affected us bad.
Currently both without water.
Bathrooms won't work.
He's one of the hundreds who went without running water Sunday due to pipe problems in the county. And while running water is scarce,
we've got water here, but might not have water this tonight or tomorrow.
The water line from creeks and dams only continues to creep further into the backyards of many.
Neighbors, you know, community members, yeah, it affects them greatly because, I mean, their houses, a lot of these trailers, you know, within 30 feet of the water.
And with temperatures expected to drop again on Monday, that of course means that this slush could freeze over, so city officials are urging all drivers to be safe. In Knox County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Many neighborhoods in southern and eastern Kentucky have been dealing with a shortage of water. Pike County leaders expect about 75% of homes to be without it by the end of the day. Crews say all this week, ice and debris have piled into the rivers, blocking water pumps and making it difficult to access water. Crews are asking everyone to use water in their homes sparingly.
So what you'll see is very low water pressure people coming in into your line, into the home. So what we're asking is, again, since the pressure is limited and since the source of the resource is limited, it'll take us about 2 weeks to get our full reserves built back up.
Several fire stations in the Pike County area are offering water to those who don't have any. Some firefighters in Clay County are being called heroes after officials tell us they rescued some people from a truck that washed into a creek. The truck washed into a creek in the Lockards Creek community around 7 this morning. We're told 3 people were inside the truck when it slid off a bridge and into the rushing water. When rescue crews arrived, they say they found the driver and passengers on top of the truck, shivering and wet.
They got off the boat, they hugged everybody and they thanked them, so it was a good feeling just being able to help somebody.
Crews rushed all 3 to Manchester Memorial Hospital with minor injuries. Road crews in Lexington didn't take a break just because the sun was out today. Many side streets still need to be cleared. Some people took matters into their own hands and started shoveling and clearing the roads themselves.
When I came out this morning, I was totally blocked in by this heavy snow. As you can see, my mailbox is also blocked in and I had that clear. And this has obviously just been pushed in front of where my mail delivery is.
Streets and roads crews rank roadways by priority. They say their first focus is always on main roads, and it does take longer for them to get to side streets. Crews in Anderson County are now hoping winter doesn't bring any more snow, sleet, or ice their way. That's because an overnight fire in Lawrenceburg destroyed their snow removal equipment. Firefighters say the fire started around 4 this morning. The mayor tells us he spent the day talking with other city leaders to figure out what to do about snow removal in their area for the next few weeks.
The options that we've been thinking about and talking about a little bit is doing some contracting with different folks. We're going to have to do something in case there's more snow. Life will go on and work will go on, and we'll just make the most of it.
Investigators are still trying to figure out what started the fire. In addition to losing all their snow equipment, leaders say they lost a backhoe and some sewer trucks. A group of volunteers in Frankfort is making it their mission to get students back in school this week before they miss too many days. The wintry weather forced many schools in the area to cancel classes. Sam Smith is in Franklin County.
Classes were canceled at Frankfort Independent Schools all of last week. In order to get back to school this week, the snow on the sidewalks, steps, and parking lots had to go.
Yeah, there were no pathways around the building at all. They were completely covered up and ice underneath them.
Irene Vaughn, her grandchildren, as well as dozens of other volunteers responded to a call to action. Superintendent Rich Crow called for Operation Save Spring Break, because their snow days will have to be made up then.
People were bringing their weapons of mass excavation, their shovels and stuff, and snow plows.
Spring break here is usually 3 weeks. Now it's down to 2 weeks. No one here wants to see it get any shorter.
That's what she said this morning. And she said, oh, I don't want to lose my spring break.
Volunteers scraped and salted at 2nd Street Elementary, Frankfort High, and the Early Learning Academy. Crow is confident school will resume.
We've got places to park for folks tomorrow. We got safe pathways for kids to walk on and steps to get up, and buildings will hopefully be warm, and we'll get school started again tomorrow in Frankfort Independent.
In Frankfort, Sam Smith, WKYT.
School leaders also had to deal with frozen drains inside the elementary school. Water flowed down through the ceiling and into hallways. And in Lincoln County, schools will remain closed tomorrow because of the snow damage. The Lincoln County superintendent tells us parking lots and driveways are a mess. He says a water pipe broke at Lincoln County Middle School and a sprinkler froze. An awning at Waynesburg Elementary School was down too. Crews believe heavy snowfall caused it to cave in. And in Pulaski County, the school superintendent says there will be no school tomorrow or Tuesday because of the weather. He says roads are still pretty slick and the school has several broken water pipes. Despite the slick conditions overnight tonight, the University of Kentucky will be open and operating on a regular schedule tomorrow. Classes will be in session, UK offices will be open, and UK healthcare clinics and hospitals will be operating on a normal schedule. As of now, Fayette County will have school tomorrow. The school district says they will check road conditions starting at 2:30 a.m. before they make a final decision. Many school districts around our region have already canceled class tomorrow. And remember, keep checking WKYT.com or the bottom of your screen for all the latest school closings and delays. Crews in Jackson County are cleaning up the courthouse after snow caused serious damage. Judge Executive Shane Gabbard says yesterday someone noticed water leaking from the ceiling. Gabbard believes heavy amounts of snow on the roof caused it to crack. We're told the walls in the old courtroom and all the carpet is damaged.
Our main concern was the deed room below where the worst leak was at, where the mortgages and the deeds and everything was at.
Gabbard says firefighters spent the evening clearing the roof to prevent further damage. Firefighters in Lexington want people to watch out for icicles. This morning, an 11-year-old girl was walking near the Garden Brooks apartments when an icicle from the gutter fell and hit her. She was not injured. Firefighters believe the increase in temperatures may have caused the ice to fall.
The ice that is collecting in the gutters as we have the thaws and the freeze. The thaws and the freeze is filling up the gutters where your downspouts are probably already frozen solid. There's no place for that water to go.
Firefighters say it is important to be mindful of walking under overhangs where there are icicles. Several marinas in Kentucky are trying to clean up tonight. Snow and rain in Clinton County damaged many boats and even sunk some. The Environmental Emergency Response Team was at a marina in Corbin tonight, helping remove some of the excess water. Lexington police arrested a man in connection with a shooting this afternoon. Officers say 59-year-old Riddell Freeman shot a man at a home on Bright Avenue. We're told the victim suffered a gunshot graze to the head. Crews took him to UK hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the victim told them Freeman shot him. Tonight, a Woodford County family says they have their pet to thank for saving their lives. Firefighters tell us smoke detectors in a home on Delaney Ferry Road were not working this morning when a fire started. One of the men living there says his daughter's dog, Axel, started barking and woke everybody up.
An extra treat or two today.
Yeah, a new bone.
Firefighters say the home does have some serious damage. Someone in Lexington is $1 million richer today. Lottery officials say someone got the $1 million Powerball ticket in last night's drawing. So far, the winner has not claimed their prize. They have 180 days to do so. Kentucky lottery investigators are performing security checks, figuring out what establishment sold the $1 million ticket.